Hello, I'd like to showcase this wheel mainly for its color. And in that respect, I'd like to open up the video by offering an apology. I've been showing these wheels in various videos while advertising them for sale, and in those videos I kept referring to the color as cosmic gray. The real color, the actual color, is stealth charcoal. It is a powder coat color offered by Prismatic powders, and I think that mistake or that confusion right there is the essence of why I'm making this video, or why I make videos like this. When I was trying to figure out what color I wanted my wheels to be when doing this project, I went online and got different references, and at the end of the day I was in between those two colors. It had to be either cosmic gray or stealth charcoal. And the wheels, I went to pick them up after everything was said and done, and the color, I could not remember exactly what I told the technician to do, but I knew for sure that the wheels did not look stealth charcoal at all, based off the references that I saw on Prismatic Powder's website. And so I assumed, well, that's got to be cosmic gray. Again, you don't really have too many examples of cosmic gray out there, so I assumed that's what the wheels were. But I've come to learn that with powder coating, yes, you might have pretty much consistent technique if you're good at it, but there are different variations. You know, what kind of base metal are you putting it on? What kind of mix do they have for you? And whenever I look at these things for reference, you know, you can look at it through your phone, through a desktop computer, sometimes in person, because I know what I'm seeing there might be a little different than what this camera is actually reporting, because it's got an interesting color distortion going on with it. But my main aim for showing videos like this is that I wanted to add to the catalog of videos and media that we have online, so that if you were looking to do something like this to your wheels, this is an example of what your aluminum wheel project would end up looking like. But as I said, this stealth charcoal looks way different than the stealth charcoal that I see on Prismatic Powder's website, right? So I just wanted to say, hey, these are I think my hope is that more people keep creating videos like this, just so that you can look at it and say, oh, I want my project to look like that. Or sometimes you say, well, thank you for taking one for the team, but I do not want my project to look like that. You know, we don't have, powder coating is great, you know, nice, durable, but it's not cheap. So there's no point in every one of us making our own mistakes, right? Might as well learn from other people's mistakes. So this one here, the other thing I wanted to point out about it, I guess its nature in itself, is that when I picked it up, it was rather late in the day, and inside the building I could get, the color seemed pretty dull, like a very dull gray, more matte than anything. And I was a little concerned because, yes, I do know that Prismatic Powders does say that it's not supposed to have high gloss, but the picture I keep seeing out there is, you know, it's got a little bit of shine to it, a little bit, you know, because I wouldn't call that matte, but, you know, it's got a decent amount of gloss to it. This looked really dull, but I could also see a luster of gray, gold or bronze shining through the gray. And so I was curious as to what that was. And again, those were some of the reasons I did not think this was stealth charcoal. Charcoal to me never has bronze or gold at all. I assumed that was cosmic, right? And so brought it home, and again, the color was kind of growing on me. Looking at it in artificial lighting, inside the house, at different angles you could see the gold coming out, and I was really curious what this would look like out in the sun. So I had to, take the opportunity to show it again, and this is what it looks like. I can kind of see a little bit of brown, a hint of brown, but it kind of looks like dusty brown. To me, that's what it looks like. The technician had told me that this color has a lot of flake, which right now you can't tell, but again, when the wheel was indoors, it looked really, really dull. But coming out here, I can see a little bit of sparkling to it, just depending on the angle. So again, I could take the wheel inside to show you what it would look like indoors, but I figure that might be a little useless, because most times you're looking at your wheels, I'm assuming they're going to be in your car and, either outside, or if you have a big enough garage, I guess you'll be taking pictures indoors. But, this would be, I guess, the most representative environment for showcasing wheels. So that's all I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you what it looks like, and I wanted to make a video as exhaustive as possible talk about my expectations and what the outcome was. I do not think it's a bad color. I don't know if I'd do it again. I'm not 100% sure. I think it just requires the right color of vehicle to pop off against. But one thing I knew for sure is that I was not going to go with black, so that's what I wanted to do. I guess let's get a little closer. You can kind of hear it, right? I did ask the technician if it was a matter of just going with more clear on top of it to make it smoother, but he said it just has a lot of metal flake in it, so it's going to look exactly like it is. So it's a pretty interesting color. It reminds me of, if I could say, dull titanium. You know, it's a very metallic look to it for sure. In a way, it kind of reminds me of magnesium. I don't know why. Polished mag. So yeah, that's it. It's I guess a little longer than I thought it would be, but I want to make the video as long as it needs to be, just so that you can get a representation of what the wheel actually is. It has an interesting wet look to it. I hope that's carrying through the camera properly. Let's look at it from all angles. Yep, that's it. Okay, all the best. Whatever reason you're watching this video, I hope it does prove to be of some benefit to you. I hope it could help you make a good decision with regards to your project. Okay, all the best.